Jack, I just came by to pick up some things, you know, from when Parker and I were staying here.
I'm here because I have a warrant to search the premises. What are you doing here?
My mother lives here. That is until her husband put her in the hospital.
I should go.
You know, I'll get to you next. Was I unclear, Mr. Ryan? Because when you stopped by the station house earlier, I specifically requested that you stay away from this apartment.
Was that before or after Craig Montgomery's sister told me it wasn't necessary to pursue allegations that he absconded with documents from my company?
What Detective Hughes told you was that in your absence, Mr. Montgomery was legally permitted to take over control.
Well, I'm no longer absent, am I?
I understand that you're upset about your mother.
Why is it that everybody in this damn town finds it necessary to tell me how I feel?
Because maybe, I guess, we just don't understand why you want to compromise this investigation. Because that's what you've done, Mr. Ryan, by coming here. Anything we find will now be suspect. Did he plan it? Did he tamper with it? Any legal aid rookie could get it tossed out.
Detective
Snyder.
Do you actually think any of this is going to make it to a trial? With Craig Montgomery's sister heading up this investigation?
I am heading this investigation, Mr. Ryan. And I'd like nothing more than to see Craig Montgomery put away. That's why I'm putting you on notice. Any more interference.
Bravo.
You're right.
Bravo. Bravo, Detective. Very, very tough, really. But it begs the question, why? Precisely with you on the job. Is Craig running around on airplanes to New York when his bail specifically barred him?
Montgomery was jailed for violating his bail agreement.
Only after I went to the DA. His sister met him at the airport, and you know it, and nothing was done. My mother's lying in a hospital bed, and he's looting her company. Forgive me, Detective, if I seem a bit skeptical. If I want to take matters in my own hands, because frankly, the Oakdale Police Department has lost any chance of justice here.
That's not true.
I'm going to do whatever I have to do.
Don't force me to arrest you, Paul.
Oh, please, by all means, Detective, please arrest me. Take me down to the station in handcuffs, please. I can see the headlines now. Son of bombing victim, arrested for visiting hospitalized mom's home. Come on, let's do it. I'd love
it. Get out of here, Mr. Ryan, and let me do my job.
And while you're at it, Detective, you might want to question Craig's so-called designer here. Find out what she was doing here.
I wasn't mad. I just wanted to talk to him about his mom, you know, see how she was doing.
I thought you were picking up Parker.
Out on me. Well, Hal has him. I completely forgot.
So you came here?
Yeah, I just was gonna pick some stuff up.
What?
Some stuff.
So what would Craig's so-called designer need to pick up?
Well, I was just gonna get some designs that I had left for Craig because he... All right. The truth is that I agreed to help Craig create a new spring line. And I didn't want you to know. So that's it. Arrest me. I lied. I know you're mad, Jack, but just hear me out. Paul Ryan, he was completely out of line, and what he said about Craig and me, he was an inch away from accusing me of building a bomb.
I don't care about you and Craig, Carly. I care about you and me.
That's why I did this.
Lied to me.
We need money, Jack. And I know you didn't want me taking the job with Craig, so I thought if I just sold him a few designs, maybe I could make enough money to pay Cass off.
That's not your problem.
You wouldn't have the problem if it weren't for me. If I can think of a way to help you...
Yeah, a way that jeopardizes everything we have together, Carly.
How?
By lying to me. You sat at Al's, and you bold-faced lied to me about having to pick up Parker, and then you lied to me about what you were doing here. How'd you expect to pull this off, Carly? The deadlines, the meetings, the dinners with buyers, and what did you think it was going to do to us? You sneaking around behind my back, keeping me out of the loop, and then there's Craig laughing at us, pulling all the strings. Is that what you really want?
What I want, all I want, is to make a little money so that we can pay some bills, so that you can breathe a little easier. If I didn't think it all through...
No, this isn't you running off on some idealistic mission. It's not like we didn't talk it through, honey. We did. You didn't go into this blind. You knew what it meant.
Well, maybe I didn't agree. Maybe I thought that I could handle Craig, that I could sell him some designs like a professional person. But that's the problem, isn't it? You don't see me as a professional anything. And sometimes I think you must consider my designing like a hobby to me, like stamp collecting.
Oh, that
or
is
something.
totally untrue. I tell you, you're talented all the time.
Do you know how it feels? Pinning up dresses in my living room. Do you know what I feel like? Like a complete failure, Jack. I just want a job. I want a real job.
Then go to New York. I'll take care of Parker. We'll work it out.
Oh, okay, so now you're playing my career out.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
I'm the first person to admit that I want it all. That I want you, and I want Parker, and I want a job, and I do not want to be commuting to New York. So shoot me. I found a job here in Oakdale, a job that uses my talents, that pays me enough to put us in the clear. What a terrible person I must be to want a job that keeps me near my son, that keeps me near my man.
You talking about me or Craig?
Do you have any idea what it was like living off him? I would have lived out in the street first if it weren't for Parker. And I will never put myself in that position again.
Yeah. Well, I won't have you do that.
This isn't about you, Jack. This is about me. Growing up, figuring out how to protect myself, how to take care of my son. But you don't see that. All you see is Craig. I am sick of being the booby prize in your spitting match.
Okay, so somehow we've gotten from you lying to me holding you back, from this brilliant opportunity to work for a man who is now in jail and has lost everything. And you wonder why I don't trust you.
You don't trust me?
Oh, you're lying to yourself, Carly. You got this pipe dream in your head. You're going to turn this thing that Craig has for you into a career opportunity. You'll push him away. You'll put him off. Or maybe you'll lead him on. What do I know?
What do you know? Well, you know very well that I don't want Craig Montgomery.
Maybe not, but you want what he has to offer, and that's a job, and you're willing to work him to get it.
This is what you think of me?
Oh, you told yourself that it'll be okay, that you're never going to cross that line. But it's the carrot at the end of your stick. No question about that.
Oh. And so my talent and my designs, they don't have anything to do with anything.
Don't you see? That's his carrot, Carly. I need you, Carly. My company's going under, Carly. You're really talented, Carly. Carly, don't you see the difference is I think and I know that you're talented. I just want you working for somebody who respects you.
Wouldn't that be an ideal world?
It's gonna happen. You just gotta give it time.
Look, I know what you're doing. You're worried that Craig will be using me, and you don't want us lying to each other, and I agree with that, Jack. And now that we've gotten that straightened out, I don't see why I can't try to make this work. Look, you will be privy to everything. I will draw my designs. I will send them over by messenger. Craig and I will only speak on the phone. He will mail my checks in the mail.
Maybe I have to make this really clear to you, Carly. You can't have it both ways. If we're gonna have a chance, you gotta make a choice. Me or this pie-in-the-sky thing with Craig.
Are you giving me an ultimatum?
Let me ask you something. Have you enjoyed the past few months tangling with Julia? All her demented schemes?
No, of course not.
Well, that's what life's gonna be with Craig, Carly. One crisis after another. It's not worth it.
My career is not worth it.
Oh, what career? What? You lied to me. You got tangled up in a police investigation for what? Craig's in jail, honey. Paul Ryan is now head of BRO, and you really think he's gonna hire you after what happened to his mother? It's over. You risked it all for nothing.
I still have my designs. I still have my talent. I still have you. Don't be mean.
Do we have something that'll never go away? Yeah. Will it ever come to anything?
I may take stupid risks. I may make mistakes. I may always bet on the wrong horse. But you're my G-man.
Lucky me.
You bet.
That's what I hold on to, Carly.